The months-long battle with the COVID-19 pandemic has affected people's mental health. Many are feeling anxious, depressed, helpless, and sometimes lost. These served as an inspiration for singer-songwriter Stephen Koo, who released over the weekend a song about hope and holding on. To tell us about Kapit Lang, we're now joined by Stephen himself. Stephen, good morning. So glad you could join us. Now, you're really known as an entrepreneur, but you are no stranger to the music scene, having been the vocalist of various independent bands. And this is your first song, which you've co-written with Pop Suzara of Freestyle. Tell us about your experience writing this song in the midst of a pandemic.
Yeah, hi, good morning, Ria, and good morning, everyone. Well, at the start of the pandemic, we were supposed to release a full album under Warner. And then, since the pandemic happened, everything was put on hold. And then just a week before the pandemic, me and Top were at home, and then we were writing a song. And then we were like, what song should we write about? And then the line Kapit Lang just, came out. And then, we realized that it was an issue that nobody really talked about. And when the pandemic happened, and it became more than ever relevant. So we recorded this. Well, I recorded the song during the pandemic, and I wanted it to be like a soundtrack for people to just hold on, especially for people who are experiencing some sort of isolation, depression, or anything that's mental health related.
Right, now this battle with mental health has also been called a silent pandemic. And you've said yourself that sometimes you also feel anxious and lost. What do you do during this pandemic and in moments like that to cope?
Well, there was a time during the past couple of months that I thought I was having a heart attack, or my mind was just racing all over the place. And then I realized it was anxiety. So for me, the best way to cope is really through through an outlet, and in my case, it's music. Music, for others, it's family. For others, it's their pets. So that's why actually this music video, where I collaborated with 8 of the top video directors who all did their videos isolated, wherever they were, really presented different stories on how isolation affected them and how they coped up with it.
Right. Well, you've got great visuals there and a really nice, steady, sort of comforting tune. Where can people listen to your song?
Well, right now the song has just premiered on my YouTube page. It's also being streamed over at the Hope Line page because right now we are working with Hope Line PH. So they're the longest running 24/7 suicide hotline, and they're privately funded. So right now we're trying to help them raise funds to keep their good work going. This is also going to be streamed over at the Warner Music Philippines YouTube page.
All
So
right.
hopefully, hopefully this particular project really, sparks some hope and inspiration to a lot of people who are undergoing this type of illness right now.
Yeah, and it's for a great cause as well. Stephen Koo, thank you so much for joining us on New Day.
Thanks for having me.